Yes, good morning friends. Now in the series of diarrhea, this is my third video. I hope you must have watched the first two videos and liked it. In continuation, I'll add after phosphorus the drug comes Podophyllum. Now Podophyllum you must have read thoroughly in your school, in practice also, that 5 P's of Podophyllum: profuse, polychromatic, painless and all. But now what I have seen in Podophyllum in my practice, that I used to differentiate Podophyllum from other drugs. What is that? Podophyllum has a very peculiar symptom, that is early morning. The diarrhea continues early morning till the forenoon. मतलब सवेरे शुरू होगा, forenoon में डायरिया रहेगा और नेचुरल स्टूल्स रहेंगे इवनिंग के अंदर. मतलब बहुत ही विचित्र सिम्टम है. डायरिया सवेरे शुरू होगा, forenoon तक रहेगा और इवनिंग तक आते आते स्टूल्स नॉर्मल हो जाएंगे. That is a peculiar symptom of Podophyllum diarrhea which I have seen in my practice. And it has diarrhea of long standing. बोले डॉक्टर साहब ऐसे कब से अपन पूछेंगे तो वो बोलेंगे डॉक्टर साहब ये तो बहुत पेरस है कि सवेरे मेरे को लैट्रिन बराबर नहीं आती, फिर शाम को लैट्रिन मेरे को बराबर आ जाती है. So if you get this symptom of long standing diarrhea with these peculiar symptoms, always think about Podophyllum. Now in Podophyllum, it is accompanied with sensation of weakness or sinking in the rectum. जब ऐसे पेट में लगता है ऐसे कुछ खींच रहा है, sinking sense in the rectum and the abdomen, that is Podophyllum. And Podophyllum, like Chamula, I have used in children's also. During dentation there is diarrhea, after eating there is diarrhea, the child when he is bathing there is diarrhea. And diarrhea is so much, it is like dirty water, it soaks the napkin and comes through the napkin. If you have seen my previous video, I had told in one drug, benzoic acid, the diarrhea runs through the diaper. The same symptom is present in Podophyllum. When the child is being bathed, diarrhea is like dirty water, it runs through the napkin. Think always about Podophyllum and benzoic acid if you have these classical symptoms of diarrhea in these two drugs. Next drug which I have used in my practice is Psorinum. Now Psorinum, as you all know, it's a nosode and it has to be used when the symptom correspond, and it's a constitutional remedy, an integrant remedy used. But if you have diarrhea with peculiar symptom of Psorinum, no other drug can work except Psorinum. And that is, what is that? Sudden stools, watery stools, brownish stools, and it is very offensive. Yes, it is very offensive, and the odor is carrion like odor. Offensive stool, you must remember: Psorinum, carboveg, arsenic, Crotalus horridus. All stools are very offensive, but carrion like odor only present in or Psorinum. And there is involuntary stools, which a particular modality is aggregation from 1 to 4 a.m. If you get aggregation from 1 to 4 a.m., think of Psorinum. और आफ्टर एक्यूट डिजीज के पेशेंट को सर्दी हो गई, खांसी हो गई, ठीक हो गया, या लैरिंजाइटिस हो गया, फेरेंजाइटिस हो, वोमिट हो गया, उसके बाद अगर डायरिया रहता है, थिंक ऑफ Psorinum. डोंट ऑलवेज थिंक अबाउट कार्बोवेज. सो डायरिया आफ्टर एक्यूट डिजीज इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट सिम्टम इन Psorinum. और whenever the weather changes from hot to cold, from cold to hot, always think about Psorinum when there is change of weather. So this is in short about Psorinum diarrhea. The most important symptom to remember is carrion like odor, very offensive odor, involuntary stools, especially between 1 to 4 a.m. and diarrhea after acute disease. These are hallmark symptoms of Psorinum diarrhea. Next drug, Pulsatilla. Now in Pulsatilla you must have heard lot of symptoms, changeable stools and all, but in Pulsatilla the diarrhea is usually or only in the night. Like I told you before, in petroleum the diarrhea is usually in the daytime. So in Pulsatilla, diarrhea usually, or most of the time, it is in the night, and stools are very changeable, sometimes yellow, sometimes blackish, sometimes brownish. It changes color. Now this is the constitutional symptoms of Pulsatilla, changeability. As soon as they eat fruit, as soon as they eat cold food or ice cream also. If you ice cream से अगर diarrhea हो रहा है, so apart from Pulsatilla, you must always think about arsenic and bryony. This is also important because in arsenic the stools are same because of eating ice cream. Brine also same, but as I told you in previous lectures, the symptoms of diarrhea and the quality and quantity of stools differ in all the 3 drugs. Next drug which I have used is Pyrogenium. Yes, Pyrogen. The diarrhea are horribly offensive. They are very offensive, brownish or black in color. Now if they are very offensive and brownish in color, think of Psorinum. But if it's totally black in color, as I told you, think of one drug, that is Leptendra. Remember my friends, stool black in nature. It is painless and involuntary. And same symptom, like when the patient is passing flatus, the diarrhea also comes. Very similar to Allosocratina and Oleander. Oleander also has the same symptom. While passing flatus, the diarrhea also passes. This is common symptoms of diarrhea in Pyrogen. Now a very rare drug I have used in my practice, but with a peculiar modality, is Rumex crispus. Yes, whenever Rumex come in our mind, first thing which comes in our mind is cough, dry cough. Whenever there is inhalation of cold air, the cough starts. But if the symptom corresponds, nothing like Rumex crispus. Rumex has early morning diarrhea. And what is the time? Exactly between 5 to 10 AM. सवेरे 5 से 10 के बीच में अगर डायरिया होता है, think of Rumex. Now there are a lot other drugs. That is, aloes also has the same. Natrum sulf has same. Podophyllum has same. And Sanicula and sulfur also has the same. So 4 drugs you always think about: sulfur, Podophyllum, Natrum sulf and aloes. The all 4 drugs have with Rumex diarrhea from between 5 to 10 AM. In Rumex it is painless, offensive and profuse. और Rumex में कैसा है? Driving out of bed early in the morning. सवेरे उठा, फट सवेरे लेटरिन जाता है. That is Rumex. Very similar to sulfur. One more drug which I have used in diarrhea, that is Rhus toxicodendron. Yes, Rhus toxicodendron. The peculiar symptoms of Rhus in diarrhea is also very peculiar. Diarrhea with beginning typhoid. मतलब टाइफाइड अगर शुरू हुआ, मतलब डायरिया शुरू हुआ और फीवर पेशेंट को आया, इफ यू फील द टॉक्सिक लुक इन द फेस, यू कैन अबॉर्ट द होल typhoid disease by this symptom only. Give that drug and the patient will recover very fast. When the typhoid begins, if you have diarrhea, my friends, think about Rhus tox with involuntary stool and stools with great exhaustion. Exhaustive stools are also in Rhus tox. There is a classical modality in Rhus tox के patient को लगता है the staring pain in the posterior part of the limb, मतलब limbs के posterior part पे अगर pain रहा during stools, then one of the main drug I have used in my practice is Rhus toxicodendron. So this is in short about Rhus tox: diarrhea at the beginning of typhoid and pain in the posterior part of limb during stools. If you get these symptoms, try Rhus tox. It will give you fantastic results. Next drug I would like to tell is, which I have used commonly in my practice, is Sanicula. Yes, Sanicula. It has same symptom like Pulsatilla, diarrhea with changeability in character and color. Now, if you get this symptom changeability of character and color, it is fitted in our mind. We start with Pulsatilla and then say that the remedy is not working. But my friends, Sanicula also has the same symptoms: diarrhea with changeability in character and color. Now, how is the diarrhea of Sanicula? It is like scrambled eggs. As I have repeatedly told you, okay, if these symptoms, peculiar symptoms, 3 marking symptoms, if you get in a drug, it takes you to the remedy, close to the remedy very fast. Like scrambled eggs, if you see Sanicula, like chopped eggs, I had told you before. And I told you one drug that is like chopped spinach. Go in the previous video and see, we'll get the answers. So in Sanicula, it is like scrambled eggs. Now, frothy grass green, like maccarb. It turns green on standing, same as Argentum nitricum. And it is like scum of frog spawn. like Mecca, and after eating, जैसे ही उसने खाना खाया टेबल पे, पट से लैट्रिन भागना पड़ता है. That is Sanicula. See how big is the forte of Sanicula? It is a combination of so many drugs. See, it has diarrhea like scrambled eggs. This is the peculiarity of Sanicula. It has diarrhea, grassy green. It has diarrhea like scum of frog spawn. It has diarrhea which is painless, driving. It has diarrhea which turns green on diaper. A combination of Mecca, Argentum nitricum, Pulsatilla. So it is it has such a wide range of action. So always if you get these symptoms in one patient, you think क्या दवाई दो, mix करके दो क्या, नहीं. Take the symptom similarity, give Sanicula, and it will give a fantastic results. This is the third part of my video. In next video, I will further add into some drugs of diarrhea, which should, I think, sum up the diarrhea part, which in 80-20% of cases you will get results with these drugs. I'll try to sum up in the next lecture. Hear the lecture and tell me how do you feel. Thank you.